All right, so let's hop right into it because I have so many questions and excitement around the summit, our Power Summit, both as what it's doing for the community, but also seeing what it's doing as a brand amplifier. Like, I think it is genius, right? But first, I want to get into it as a speaker. So, anyone who is watching this, right, you sent
Hmm.
out a Substack and it was like what you learned from reviewing 200 speaker applications. And when
Yeah.
that came in my inbox, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to come back to this when I have a second to like learn something really quick. And it was like 2 minutes. It was short. It was to the point. You know, I have no attention span. So it was everything I needed. So when you gave that very clear example of taking something generic as burnout and then making it like with your own spice, can you talk to that for a little bit?
Yeah. So there are always going to be certain topics that are like the go-to topics, right? Like there's narcissism is like a buzzword, burnout is a buzzword. There's always going to be topics that are trending, and they're usually trending for a reason. The same reason why sometimes stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. But if you just come at it from the same, like, oh, how to avoid burnout or how to spot narcissism, like everyone is doing that, right? So what is your own perspective? What is your own spin on it? Whereas for burnout, right? So for me, I am producing a summit and I have multiple clients and I have, just general bills. So then what would be my angle of it's not just how to avoid burnout, but it's how to produce passion projects while fulfilling your 9 to 5 without burning
Mm.
out. Right. So now that's speaking to a specific audience. I know exactly what this type of burnout is. And it could be good or bad, right? If the conference says, well, we don't actually need that perspective, then they won't select you, which is fine because you're not a fit. But if they need that perspective or they didn't know they needed that perspective, it's like, oh, that's a good one.
For
So yeah, like
sure.
we had about 15 speakers submit a how to burn out. And this is, no shade to anyone because they were actually like really good when I went through and read their social media and stuff. They were great speakers, but I couldn't quite understand where they were coming from with what they were going to talk about.
Mm. I love that. Even as you're talking about, and you said this in the email, how you looked at these applications and then you went on social media as not even just verification, but to kind of get a feel for everybody's flavor. Going back to the presentation we're talking about, it's like how to go from hustle to healed. That, because I'm excited to host, don't get me wrong. More, I'm excited to attend, right? So I've already been looking at the topics, I'm making my itinerary. And when I saw from hustle to healed, like when I tell you, like it spoke directly to me. So thank you for just giving that idea of your own special sauce. And I think as a